Standard 1.2 Androkles and the Lion chit-chat. Write these all answers in your notebooks. Now, we are going to see margin questions. First question. How were the slaves treated at that time? त्या काळात गुलामांना कशी वागणूक मिळायची? Answer. Slaves were forced to work for their masters. They had no freedom, no rights, so they were treated very cruelly. Next question. Where did Androkles seek the shelter after his escape? Androklesने निसटून गेल्यानंतर आसरा कुठे घेतला होता? Answer. He took shelter in forest after his escape. Next question. What did the lion seem to tell Androkles? Answer. The lion seemed to tell Androkles to help him. Next question. Why was the lion in pain? का त्रासात होता lion? Answer. A big thorn had pierced one of the lion's toes, so it was in a great pain. Next question. How did the Androkles nurse the lion's wound? जखम कशी नीट केली? Answer. Androkles pulled out the thorn from the paw deftly. Then with a piece of his own clothing he bound up the injured paw. He would clean and dress the lion's wound. He remained with the lion till it could walk again. Thus he nursed the lion's wound. Next question. Where did the soldier put the Androkles and the lion after their capture? Answer. The soldiers put the Androkles in the chains in a prison and the lion was caged. Come to the next page. What did the Androkles feel after he was brought to the arena? Answer. He felt weak and dismayed. He was filled with fear, but he put up a brave front. How did the hungry lion change when he saw his friend? Answer. When the lion saw Androkles, it rushed toward him bounding and roaring, but suddenly it stopped in its tracks and then moved slowly forward. All its rage was melted. Next. How did the emperor reward Androkles? Answer. Emperor ordered that Androkles should be set free and the lion to be set free too. Come to the English workshop. Match the following. Match the phrases in the column A with their meaning in column B. Column A and column B. First, looking out for. C. Trying to search for. Face to face. In front of each other. Summon of courage. E. Try to be brave. Rage melted. A. Anger reduced. And last one. Be moved by. D. Filled with the soft feelings. Next, read the following sentences from the story. First of all, we read this only. They were bound by the law to obey their master. Second, the kind man bound up the lion's injured paw. The lion bounded towards Androkles again. The word bound carries the three different meanings in each of the sentence. First, rushed forward, forced to follow, and tied up. Put the correct letter A, B, C in the boxes according to the proper meanings. ह्या फ्रेजेसच्या अर्थानुसार आपल्याला वरील वाक्य मॅच करायचे आहेत. They were bound by law to obey their master. B. The kind man bound up the lion's injured paw. C. The lion bounded towards Androkles again. A. ही वाक्य आता क्रमाने लावू. Now translate each of the three sentences A, B, C into your medium of learning, means mother tongue. A. त्यांना त्यांच्या मालकाचे नियम पाळणे कायद्याने बंधनकारक आहे. त्या दयाळू माणसाने सिंहाचा जखमी पंजा घट्ट बांधला. C. सिंहाने अँड्रोकल्सकडे पुन्हा झेप घेतली. Next. Question number 2. A. Find from the story the antonyms of the opposite words of the following: kind, cruel, poor, wealthy, slave, master, high, low, punishment, reward, unbound, bound, tender, tough, happy, dismayed. Conduct the game of the synonyms and the antonyms in the class. B question. Find from the story 5 words that describe the sounds made by the lion. First, growled. Second, roared. Third, moaned. Fourth, whimpered. And fifth, purred. Third question. Write the reactions that followed each of the actions given below. First, Androkles did not like his cruel master, so he escaped from his clutches. B. The lion looked at the Androkles piteously, so it neither growled nor roared. C. Androkles bandaged the lion's injured paw, so it licked his arm as if to show gratitude. D. A hungry, ferocious lion was released into the arena, so Androkles was filled with fear. E. The lion reached Androkles and began to purr and rub its nose against him. The last one. The emperor asked the Androkles what was the reward he would like so. Androkles replied that he did not want anything for himself, but he wanted the lion to be set free. 4. Write in your own words 3 to 4 sentences about each of the following. First, the condition of the slaves in ancient Rome. In ancient Rome, the slaves were treated very badly. Next, the slaves were forced to work for their masters. And last, they had to do what their masters told them. Like and subscribe this channel for next upcoming videos. Second, qualities of Androkles. First, Androkles was kind man. Second, he was gentle and courteous. Third, unfortunately he was a slave. Next, third one, even wild animals can be our friends. First, if we treat wild animals with love, they become our friends. Second, they show their gratitude toward us. And third, they understand our good intentions. Next, fifth question. Narrate your class any short story about the kindness to animals or how animals can be kind to humans. Write down the story in your notebook. Give it a title of your own. स्टोरी लिहायची आहे तुम्हाला प्राण्यांच्या दयाळूपणाबद्दलची. Take a screenshot or write it in your notebook. Now we are going to see questions on language study. Underline the auxiliary verbs in the following sentence. First, we have a holidays tomorrow. Have is the auxiliary verb. Second, Rina is injured badly. Is. Third, you must wear clean clothes. Must. Fourth, she should talk politely. Should. Fifth, they did not help me. Did. Sixth, a big thorn had pierced the lion toe. Had. 7. The lion was caged. Was. 8. Androkles did not like his master. Did. 9th. They could not leave him. Could. Next. 10th. He would no longer be a slave. Would. 11th. The slaves were forced to work. Were. 12th. We should show kindness to animals. Should. Don't forget to press bell icon.